In the last few years, Kasese has experienced a number of natural disasters due to unpredictable weather patterns, which some experts have blamed on climate change. As such, the people of Kasese have been cast into a shadow of fear because River Nyamamba, which begins flowing from the foothills of the Rwenzori Mountains, has often burst its banks over the years and caused floods, leading to loss of scores of lives, homes and livelihoods. This is Kabarodi Bridge, as it was a couple of years ago. It is found in Kabarodi village, Kanamba parish in Kabsandara sub-county Kasese district. The locals had a challenge trying to cross the few logs of wood used as a bridge. Not only was the bridge insufficient for vehicles to cross, but pupils and farmers were also finding it difficult to cross, especially during the rainy seasons when the rivers flood.
One person died while trying to cross. He fell into the water with his motorcycle and died on the spot.
However, with the help of civil society organizations led by Save the Children, floods are no longer an issue. The CSOs partnered with residents and other stakeholders to put up a bridge.
Before we got this bridge, we had one made of logs. Whenever people tried to cross, they would fall into the water. Sometimes when it flooded, people would also fail to cross the bridge to go to the market to buy food.
A few kilometers away from the bridge at Kanamba Primary School, one of the schools terribly affected by the floods, members of the community, parents and old students are working together to construct a pit latrine as part of efforts to restore the school. The pupils have been struggling for years now, enduring long queues to use a single toilet facility after the ones they used before were washed away by the floods.
Actually, the place is generally flat, and therefore when it pours too much, then the water stagnates, and therefore it has nowhere to escape, and therefore it has to destroy and devastate some of the structures that are within.
It had always been a challenge for pupils to attend school since many of them cannot move during the rainy season.
And this bridge actually, at one time I witnessed myself when I accompanied the children after the river had flooded, and the children had to come back and had a night here because they could not cross.
For many members of the community, finding a constant flow of water to irrigate their crops is inevitable, especially in the dry season in Kasese. The people have created a constant flow of water to help them plant crops to yield good return all year round.
Nakopa magezi kuruga mubuku irrigation. Neja nakora maize ganu.
I borrowed the idea from Mobuku irrigation scheme, then came here to start an irrigation scheme on the farm. During my third season, the people from Save the Children also came to help us improve our scheme and to properly construct it. Even
with the adverse effects of climate change and the unpredictable weather, the people from Kasese District are trying to find new ways they can use the river to enhance themselves. This method of irrigation is one of the new ways that they have adapted, and as you can see, this farm is one of the examples of what they have managed to yield. Now, what is the science behind the method locals are using to irrigate their crops since they have a dam, and how have they used it to their advantage?
When it floods, as you have seen already, that the water volume is high, to control the water into the offshoot, the second offshoot, to ensure that there is only what flows to the irrigation scheme is what the farmers need.
And on the issue of food security,
we did a comprehensive capacity training on farm training for these farmers, so that these farmers are in position to practice climate-smart agriculture and good agronomical practices. But they don't end there. They also focus on high-value crops, like watermelons, like tomatoes, like rice.
Although Kasese District is prone to floods, this has not disheartened some of the people doing agriculture in the area. Under such circumstances, it's prudent for people to know that a lot of effort and creativity have been made to mitigate climate change. Suhail Mugabi, NTV Green.